a PlayStation 1.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
And, I take that back. The first console I ever had was an Atari 2600.
That was my first console.
Yeah. Which, I don't know the games anymore.
Do you have Jungle Hunt?
What was that one?
Jungle Hunt was when you did the 3 different sections. So the first section was what was the first section? It was the swinging vines, the alligators, and then there was underwater where you had the knife and the sharks coming at you.
Yeah.
And the third level was the boulders that you had to jump over.
I had that
and
game.
Then there's 4 levels, and then you got to the teepee guys who were and they were jumping over each other, and you have to kind of go underneath them to get your girl, and then it started all over again.
Yeah, I had that game.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. I had Pitfall too.
Pitfall was great too. I had E.T., which was the worst video game ever. And if you want to look into it, there's actually a documentary about them digging up old E.T. Atari games from a landfill in Arizona, because when the first video game crash hit, there was a rumor that these companies had dumped all these games and stuff into a landfill in Arizona. So these guys went and they got the permits and they went and started digging. And sure enough, they found all these damn games in there because companies couldn't sell them. So they just dumped the crap in there.
Huh. I'd really like an Atari again, but they don't work with cool TVs.
You have to get the whole adapter. There's a different thing you got to do.
See, I don't want to do that.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to buy like an old school TV and then hook it up with the RF and the switching and the channel 3 or 4, all that shit.
And, I have a hard enough time watching old episodes of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And thinking, my God, how in the world did we watch TV in the 90s?
Very well. It was the only thing that was on.
Yeah.
Look at it now. You can just watch whatever you want. My kids watch YouTube all day.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, my kids are into this whole. They were for a long time. My kids were in this whole thing of this lady. All you saw was her hands, and she would unbox toys. She would open up mystery boxes like a Shopkins and shit like that. That's what they watched for a while. And then after about a year or two, they kind of got rid of it. They stopped watching. And then they watch these kids and they play games and all this other crap that they watch. I don't even know what they watch on YouTube. But the funny thing is, so I'm reading a story about a couple months ago and talking about how these people on YouTube make tons of money making these videos of just unboxing shit. Unboxing toys and playing with them, whatever. And I read about this one lady who is the lady they used to watch with just the hands and her voice. And come to find out, she used to be a porn star. Not making that up. She actually went from being a porn star to being this lady who unboxes stuff on YouTube. She makes more money doing the YouTube thing than she does spreading her legs on video.
I guess you got to change careers at some point.
Well, I know, but it's just crazy how we can watch now.
Huh. It's interesting. So my 2-year-old.
Yes.
Shockingly, can run a Kindle Fire probably better than I can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible because she watches YouTube videos. Seriously, she can find videos that she wants to watch.
Yeah.
And she watches these videos of this guy, which, to be perfectly honest, is a little creepy.
Yeah.
This guy that he dresses all kind of weird, and he goes through these jungle things, like it's not at McDonald's, but it's like those types of things where there's like ball things and tunnels and all these things. And it's this guy. I mean, he's got to be in his mid to late 20s.
And he's just going through all that stuff.
He dresses really stupid.
Yeah.
And he goes through all these playthings.
Yeah, and he probably makes a ton of money.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
And I mean, I sat and watched one.
Yeah.
And I was like, my God, this is dumb.
Yeah.
But obviously a 2-year-old finds it hilarious.
It keeps their attention.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
If I was smarter, I would have come up with my own YouTube show like years ago. Just my hands playing with old school toys.
Sure.
And making stupid comments. Because I swear that's what half these YouTube videos are.
You know what you could have done? I don't know. Were you a Transformers fan?
Of course I was.
So you could have collected a bunch of Transformers.
Yeah.
And just showed your hands.
Yeah, playing with them.
And did the...
Yeah, transform them and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
And just transform them.
Yeah. Or I could have, or else I could have been like the lady unboxing stuff.
Right.
Now, who knew that was going to be a big thing? Now the fact that they're making so much money, these companies actually send them stuff before it comes out in the store, advertising. Yeah. Because they send it to them and say, "Don't unbox this for me because you got 40,000 or 400,000 viewers. Unbox this on your show." And the kids, and guess what happens? The kids want to go out and buy it.
Sure.
Because they see it. It's a new way of doing it. Remember when we were kids? Saturday morning cartoons. Okay? You wake up, you watch your Pee Wee Hermans, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, your Camp Candy, your all that stuff. I think MC Hammer had a flipping Hammer Pants. Remember the Hammer Pants show?
Yeah.
All those shows, right? You watch all of them. And guess what? When the commercials came on, what was it? McDonald's was a huge one, and toys.
Yeah.
Right? And guess what? After all your cartoons were done in the morning, guess what you ask your parents for? Can we go to McDonald's? And can I buy this toy?
Right.
Okay. Now kids, they don't watch TV that much anymore.
Sure.
They don't watch the channels that we used to watch anymore. So now guess what? They have to do the whole YouTube thing where people are opening stuff on the YouTube, and then the kids are like, "Mommy, I saw this lady on YouTube open up this egg, and toys popped out of it. Now I want it."
Right.
And then you have to go to Toys R Us, which I don't know if you heard the news, Dave. Toys R Us is closing.
I saw that.
It's a sad day.
And you know what's interesting? I've never set foot into Toys R Us.
Ever?
Ever.
That's sacrilegious, my friend. How could you be a kid in the United States of America and not step foot in Toys R Us?
I grew up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Well, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
They have a Toys R Us.
Have a Toys R Us.
Really? What was the closest Toys R Us then?
It would have been Minneapolis.
Your parents never took you to Minneapolis and said, "Hey, Toys R Us"? Really?
We just went to the toy aisle and Target.
Terrible parents. They never took you to Toys R Us. Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it was, for me as a kid, going to Toys R Us was like going to Disney World. Because you only got to go there a couple times a year.
Oh, yeah.
If that, right? And when you walked in, it wasn't like going to Target where your mom was going, "Well, we got to go to this aisle and we got to pick up light bulbs. Then we got to go to this aisle and we got to pick up I got to look for a new bra," Right. As a kid, you're like, I got to go with my mom. And then finally, she'd say, "Okay, we can go to the toy aisle for 5 minutes." And you would go in the toy aisle and be like, and then it was time to go.
Right.
Toys R Us, you walked in.
It was a toy aisle.
It was toys. There was no other crap in there that you have to go through. It was toys. So you walk in and you go, well, there's the G.I. Joe area, here's the Transformers area, here's the Mask. Remember Mask?
I wasn't a Mask fan.
I was a Mask fan. GoBots, you had the GoBots area, you had all this, He-Man, you had all that stuff going on. And you had the video game aisles, where you walked through the video game aisles and you felt bad because those were $50. And you're like, there's no way my mom's going to pay $50 for a video game right now. So go get a G.I. Joe for $8 or whatever the heck it was. And to have that now leaving our society as a whole. I mean, think about that. I mean, we there's not going to be another toy store to go to for the kids. My kids go, me and my girls go there. Sure. Right, once every 3 weekends we go there. And they have such a great time there. Even though the stores are, I will say this, Toys R Us stores were never known for their cleanliness or their aesthetics. Okay? It was crappy flooring, bad lighting, dirty, whatever it was. It was a warehouse. It was a warehouse full of toys is what it was. Sure. It's not like Target where you walk in and they got carpeting and they got nice stuff. Toys R Us was just, you go in there, here's a shitload of toys, ask your parents to buy one and get the hell out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, now, I did use KB Toys.
KB Toys, that's totally different, though.
But that was they went on bankrupt, 10 years
ago?
Yeah,
10 years.
It was exact date, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was around the same date. But KB Toys was different because, A, they were always in malls. Okay, so your parents took you to the mall, you went to KB Toys. Okay? And it was a smaller space, so they had less stuff.
Right.
So you'd walk around KB Toys, and it would take you 5-10 minutes to walk around there and be like, "Oh yeah, it's KB Toys," and you might find something cool. Toys R Us was like you're walking into a huge warehouse full of toys.
It's like a Cabela's for kids.
It was like a Cabela's for kids. Yeah, pretty much it was. And now it's going away.
Sure.
And now another part of our childhood has been ripped from us.
Right.
But again, all of our childhood is going to be ripped from us at some point. So
right. But you hang around long enough, it comes back.
Exactly.
In fact, a friend of mine on Facebook posted a picture. She had gone to Target with her kids, and she posted a picture of those. I can't think of the name of them. They were the electronic pets.
Oh, the little
Tamagotchi.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, those things are back.
Not back as they used to be.
So it's just like kind of a nostalgia thing?
Kids, they're going to play with that. It's not like back when we were kids, where it was cool electronics. Oh, you got a little egg and it's electronic on there. Right. You know, not every kid has not every kid has a device they can watch.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like our friend Johnny posted the other day about the Oregon Trail thing coming back, right? Yeah. And I looked at it the other day and I said to myself, that's a cool idea. But I can play Oregon Trail on my computer without paying $25 for it. Why do I need a handheld one to carry with me? What's the point?
That's true.
You know, I could probably play it on my iPhone if I wanted to. There's no point to it. You know?
Check that out.
Check it out.
Yeah, you know, back to the box unboxing stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder, does Jim Beam do that? Does Jim Beam need people to unbox?
It would be cool if
quote unquote unbox whiskey.
Or it'd be cool if like a beer company did that. Where they'd send you beer and you tasted it. And there probably is a YouTube channel for that. I'm sure there is. Because everything you can possibly imagine is on YouTube somewhere. Okay? There's a whole channel of people getting hit in the nuts with balls. I swear to God there is. You know? And so anything you can imagine is on YouTube, as long as it's PG. Right. You know, there's no swearing on it. It's on there. You know? It amazes me.
Huh. There is most certainly a at least iTunes app.
Yes. For Oregon Trail.
The Oregon Trail American Settle. Oh, it's different.
It's a different one, though.
It's different.
Yeah.
Forget that I mentioned it.
But I know there's a website. I've been to the website. It's
I have the.
I think it's archives.org. They got Oregon Trail. They got what's that lake one? Did you ever play that lake one in school where you were the fish and you had to go and capture the other fish? And I don't know what it's called. Something lake. They had number munchers on there.
Oh,
number munchers was huge. Of course, they had the worm game. The worm game was another huge one.
Yeah,
all that stuff. And of course, we're in Minnesota podcasting this. I don't know if anybody else in Minnesota listened to this, but a lot of those games were created by a company called MECC, which is a Minnesota educational company. It was created by a Minnesota educational company. So when they first came out, of course, the first students to get them were Minnesota students, which is why when I was in second grade back in 1980, what year was that?
6? 7?
86. 1986, I'm in second grade, we had computers in our elementary school that had Oregon Trail on it. And I think it's because it was a Minnesota company.
Right. I mean, I remember, elementary school and going to the computer lab and doing our number stuff.
Number munchers. And
then all of a sudden it's the teacher's like, all right, when you get this done, over there is the rack of discs.
Yeah.
And you can just go and grab Oregon Trail or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I mean, that was fun. I mean, even though it was on an Apple IIe.
Yeah.
And when I think about the fact that I have an Apple iPhone sitting next to me and I have a MacBook Pro sitting in front of me, it's incredible to think of where computing has come.
It's crazy, man.
I kind of want to find a 2E.
Have fun.
I don't know where I'd put it, though.
Yeah, where are you going to put it? And the processing power on that thing is like nothing.
Right.
And to bring us back full circle, because we started talking about video games when we started talking about stuff, I believed, and I kind of still do to a point, that at some point in our future, I don't know if it's going to be 5 years, I don't know if it's 10 years or 20 years, American football will not be played on the field anymore. It will be played on a video game. And you will have Madden will take over as the football of America, because people are getting concussed or whatever it is.
Right.
And so they will create players. They'll do a draft. It'll just be just like regular football, but it'll be played on a simulator. It will not be played on a real field.
So it'll be like the E-League, basically.
It'll be like E-League, but they'll have so many advances at this point that there'll be a draft. They'll create these random players. There'll be a draft. You'll do this, and you will be you will be a fan of a player that's not even real. And I think, and at some point in the future, those guys will control some sort of animatronic robots. I don't know what they are, cyber